Hi, welcome to Nappy Invest. So it's been 3 weeks since I did a Zip video. Now, I did that Zip video when the share price was breaking out based off some very positive news from the company. I think it was around January 20 or 21, and based off the breakout in the share price, I decided to buy in a parcel at $6.30. A lot has happened since then in regards to the share price movement. Not a lot has happened in regards to news flow from the company. So all you can say is what's been driving the share price of Zip upwards has been positive sentiment around the business, the company, and even in the sector itself. So sentiment is a powerful driving force for share price movements in not only Zip, but every single company on the ASX. So if you don't understand psychology of human behavior, you're probably not the only one. I don't really understand it, but I think it's very important to try to get a bit of a grasp on how important psychology is at driving the share price of a company up and down in the short term. For those really long-term investors, I think those short-term movements based off sentiment is not that important. But let's have a look at what's been driving the share price of Zip forward over the past 3 weeks. So this is going to be a technical update. So if you don't like looking at charts, this is probably not the video for you. So I'm just going to go back in time right now and look at a chart I used on my previous Zip video, and that was on the breakout day, January 20. Now you can look at one of my videos I just did recently that talks about what it means when I'm talking about a stock breaking out. And this is a classic breaking out scenario. We can see the share price increasing quite substantially on that day, January 20, on significant volume, on positive news. So they did release some positive announcement. I think it was a trading update if I remember correctly. So based off that, I decided to buy in at $6.30. So what has happened since then? That's the whole point of this video. So the first updated chart I want to show you, I've just zoomed out to 10-month time period because I just want to show you some very important price levels for Zip. So the two very important price levels are $8, which has served as a resistance level a few times, and Zip has had trouble pushing through $8. And when it did push through $8 recently, it was a quite powerful move. The other resistance level was the all-time high at around $10.50 or so, which was reached in August. And right now, at the close of trading on 10th of February, the Zip share price is at an all-time high. Now, I do know some people who have told me that they'll never buy a stock or a company that is at an all-time high. Now, I don't understand that sort of philosophy simply because when a share price is or stock is at an all-time high, there is not one single holder of that company that is in the red. Every single holder is in the green. That's actually a very powerful signal because you're not going to have any holders in the red who are saying this stock's a dog, I just want to sell out, that sort of thinking. So for instance, in Zip, if you got someone buying Zip in August at around $10, say, when it got to its peak, for 5 or 6 months after that, they've been thinking, oh, Zip's a dog of the stock. Bought in at 10, it's now down to $5. It's lost half of money. As soon as it starts going up again, I'm going to sell. That's the psychology behind people buying towards the high. When the stock price is at an all-time high, there's no one with that sort of thinking because everyone's in the green and they're all thinking the same sort of thing. This could go higher. I'm going to be rich in the end. So just keep that in mind if you have the philosophy of never buying a stock which is at an all-time high. One of the other interesting things I really didn't show you in this chart was a head and shoulder formation. So we get the two shoulders in July and October and the head, which is at the share price peak in August. That actually looks like a head and shoulders, and that's actually a fairly interesting formation. So I do suggest if you're interested in learning about technical analysis, just Google head and shoulders and you can see what I'm talking about. So in this updated chart, I've zoomed way in and just looking at the last, it's about 2 months or so. And what I've got here is the breakout on the January the 20th. And then we've gone through a consolidation period, about 2 weeks long consolidation period. So I've mentioned that as a flag consolidation. So the share price is going sideways. The flag is just two of those horizontal lines, and the top of the horizontal line is coincidentally the $8 resistance level. Now I can see that would have been a good time to buy around that consolidation level. So it's sort of, the share price is taking a breather, and it's very healthy when the share price takes a breather and goes sideways for a little bit of time. You can also see decreasing volume during this consolidation period. Now, then it broke out, I think it was the 5th of February, it broke out above $8 in the top of the flag, and that coincided with a much larger volume. You can see that increased volume on those 2 days after the breakout. So the top of the flag is also the resistance, and the breakout through $8 was a very powerful buy signal. So that, I think a lot of traders would have hopped on as soon as it broke out above $8, and that's why the share price has kept on rising since then and has now got to an all-time high. So the following chart I'm showing you is the 15-minute chart. Now, all the previous charts I've shown you in this video have been daily charts, so that means the candlesticks have been 1 day long. With the 15-minute chart, naturally enough, each candlestick is 15 minutes long. Now, I like to look at this sort of chart because I get a lot of subtleties you can't see in the daily chart. For instance, I put the blue line, horizontal line here, which was resistance. For instance, you can see the exact time to 15 minutes when the breakout happened in the Zip share price on the 5th of February. It happened at the open. It actually gapped up, happened at the open, and the share price kept on going up all day on the 5th of February, which was a Friday, and then finished at the high for the day, which was fairly bullish. Not as much volume on the day as I thought there might have been, but I think all the day traders and all the short-term traders hopped on the Monday, the 8th of February, because that's where we saw a heightened volume. We did see a bit of a consolidation period between the middle of Monday towards the end of Tuesday. Share price went sideways, just as you would expect in a consolidation period. But then again, trading on the Wednesday, the 10th of February, the share price just went up and up and up all day. And I think it went up 12% during the trading day on that day. It finished at the all-time high. So very bullish looking short-term or day chart here. And if I was a short-term or day trader with Zip at the moment, I would be holding and looking for some weakness in the share price. But at the moment, there is no weakness in the share price at all in any sort of time period. So that's all for this technical update to Zip. Hope you've learned a little bit from this video. So I'm doing these videos for educational, entertainment, and research purposes. I'm still learning a little bit about technical analysis. I think it's an ongoing process. So if some of these terms I've said today, you're a little bit confused about, leave a comment and maybe I can do a video on them. But I'm still learning, still got a lot to learn, more to learn. And I think, as I mentioned before, it's an ongoing process. So I think by doing that, there is a saying that by teaching, that's how you learn the most. So maybe if I do a little bit more teaching in these videos, I can learn even more. Now, I'm not a financial advisor or even a technical analysis advisor, that sort of thing. So if you do need any sort of financial advice, any sort of technical advice, make sure you seek out someone who is a professional and is qualified. That's all for this video. Have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.